covered my chin. Even then, I would leave rap going with the wind.
It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, it's the 49ers rookie running back. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the 49ers and the Bears. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and they'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as he'll wind up getting close to 10 yards there. They only needed 1 on 4th and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Back to throw, Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this run upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You've got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10, 11. Hey, listen, they're trying to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down. But I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can turn up that kind of yardage.
Purdy and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. back in the red zone, right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They go play action here. Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now a handoff working right. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Purdy off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a toss here, short side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. How about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. This offense has converted in this spot twice already here in this first quarter. Now, can they convert again here on 4th down? And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touch. First down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, oh.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football, 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 36-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And able to get this to the 31. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up from the 31. Here's a 2nd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and he'll wind up the 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. There goes Green. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 81 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now back to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. on first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Purdy now to throw off the play action. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run on the draw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A throw over the middle taken in. That one a first down pickup of 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. The Cards trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Brandon Oliver with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of 1st downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Gets by him at the 25. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bears get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 102 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, 49ers.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So he stopped for no gain, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain an 18-point lead.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers 12-yard line.
He'll look to throw, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears! A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this is back to an 8-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Now at Soldier Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, what a move. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903. Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And they'll run. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the Niners' 31-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3.
Now Purdy.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now. And it also gives him a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are on their way to a 2-0 start. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the Bears down by 15. A minute 44 to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive that time of 6 plays. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance,